Changing out your switch is going to be one of the easier things you can do when it comes to electrical. One of those reasons is because you really generally, I say generally, don't have to turn off the breakers, alright? Because you're generally only working with half of the circuit. But let's go ahead and get to it. I've got my new switch here, and I'm just going to change out this switch right there just for the heck of it. Okay? So obviously, we're going to start with taking off the cover plate. Okay, that's easy enough. Now let's loosen up the switch itself. Alright, now you can see that there's paint all around here. So when we take that off, we're going to be careful that we don't rip the paint up or down the wall. There we go. Alright, now the switch is loose. Alright, this is great. I mentioned this on my other videos. On the switch here, see if you can see it real well, you're going to have your sets right here where you can insert a wire, and then there's the release right there, okay? And I told you before, on my other videos, if you've seen them, that I'm actually much more in favor of wrapping the wire around the screw stud, unless the outlet has a clamp, you know, like a screw clamp on it, is that it's actually going around something tight. These little spring-loaded like insert holes, sometimes they just fail, okay, and they fail more often than anything else on your outlets or your switches. So to take this off of these, all right, oh, and prove that this has electricity. Okay. Alright, you see? Right there. This is my voltage detector. If you guys wonder what the heck is this, what am I using right here? I have a video, you'll see the link pop up on there, that explains what and why about this voltage detector right here. Alright? But it detects voltage. It doesn't have to detect a full circuit, which is really handy for certain things, okay? So you can see here, the bottom wire is obviously the power coming in, alright? Because the top wire is doing nothing until I turn the power on. Okay? So now we actually know that the switch is actually working. Okay? But I'm just going to change this out to show you guys how to do that. So, okay, like I said, okay, now it's off. But when I said you don't have to worry about electricity too much, please be careful, don't be stupid. If you guys are really bad around the house about fixing things, you just don't have a natural mechanical tendency, you should probably leave your electrical projects to a professional. Now if you're someone who is handy around the house and does have mechanical aptitude, you know, go ahead and follow these steps carefully, and hopefully I can help you changing out your switches and outlets and other things, doing your other electrical work. Alright, I mentioned, see? Alright, I'm not getting electrocuted. You can see that. And we just proved that there is power there, but there's no ground, okay? This is just the power here. You know this is the power? I'm not grounded. Okay, I'm standing on a piece of carpet which is on tile. I don't have a ground. Now if I were to stick my finger in the dirt, I'd be grounded. If I were able to go in there and touch the ground wire while I'm holding this, I'd be grounded and I'd get electrocuted, alright? So, it never hurts to turn off the breaker, so if you want to go to the breaker and flip through the breakers and figure out which one it is, that's not a bad thing to do. But because like I said, if you're touching these wires and you reach in there and touch the ground, you will get electrocuted. But I've done this many times before, and I'm going to prove that it's not a very difficult thing. So hopefully you can see this and line it up for the camera. We're going to insert the small screwdriver in. Okay. Sometimes these just do not work right. Of course, when I'm trying to make a video showing you how to release these, it's going to do that. Wait, I think I got it. There we go. Alright, release one wire. Alright, let's see if I can feel it click. Alright, let's do it again. Alright, that one's just not going to do it. I'm not going to break my screwdriver. So, I'm going to pull out my little wire strippers with the wire cutter here. Okay, we're just going to cut the wire off. I'm just not going to mess with it. Okay, Now I'm going to strip the wire. Alright, well look at the gauges. This one may be a 14 gauge. It's a fairly popular size in the house. And there we go. Alright, boom. Sometimes it is a 12 gauge running through your house. This being a light switch, I was guessing that's probably a 14. Okay. Alright. Now we do got the wire, the hot coming in, and the wire going up to the light fixture outside. This being a switch, doesn't really matter which side it goes on. It doesn't matter. You're just stopping the circuit. Okay. It doesn't matter if that wire goes there or it goes here. Now what we are going to do is we're going to take our needle nose pliers, like so, because like I said, I prefer the wires going around the screw studs and not into the quick inserts. Alright, so I'm going to bend them like this, because they are going in the direction that the screw is going to screw. So we're clockwise direction there, so that's the way they got bent. Okay, too many screwdrivers up there. Alright, that one there is a little loose, you can see right there. So I'm going to snug up that loop with my needle nose. Okay, I'm going to try to snug up that loop. There we go. A little bit more. There we go. So that it folds inside the plastic there. And that is a much stronger hold than sticking it in that quick insert. Alright. Okay, I'm going to bend that one by hand. Let's get that one set in. And I like taking my larger straight screwdriver and snugging them up. So I always feel that Phillips just kind of slips too much. It's great for starting it, but not great for torquing it down. Now we're going to put the switch back in place, starting with the top screw, and then getting the bottom screw going. We're going to tighten this one all the way up, and then go back to the top and tighten that up. Make sure she's straight. Okay. And making sure it's snug. And there you go, guys. We took this old switch, replaced it. Like I said, switches do go bad. Maybe you're not just changing the color or style, but maybe it's a bad switch. Maybe your fixture stopped working, you can't figure out why. Could be the switch, okay? Switches do wear out, they do break, they do fail, but they're inexpensive. And hopefully, after watching this video, an easy change out for you guys at home. Now I do have an entire electrical series that I put together, and I'll have clickable links in the description below, because I know you did see some videos pop up as I was going, but I'll have the entire series down there, or you can go to my website, greatwhiteninja.com, and I'll have an entire page for the electrical, along with many other areas of the house, and many other things there. Entertainment, cooking, etc., etc. So guys, please subscribe to my channel while you're here. Click that subscribe button because that helps out. Thanks again.